dropped out of college and set out for Hollywood with visions of one day becoming a Broadway star. But once in Los Angeles, Adam came face to face with a cold reality. He was starting at the bottom.
I lived on my own in a really run-down apartment up in North Hollywood, and it was pretty gnarly.
We drive up to it, and it's in this really seedy neighborhood. He opens the door, and there are thousands of cockroaches, just thousands. It's like a Stephen King movie. And we're all just standing in the doorway looking, and we're like, wow, this is bad.
I cried the whole way home after I had been there. I couldn't believe he was living there, but yet he was like, oh, Mom, I'll be fine, it's okay. He reassured me, but I wasn't very happy. But I took a deep breath and stepped away and said, okay, let's see if he can do this.
After 2 long years pounding the pavement, Adam finally landed his first big break, touring Europe as a lead performer in the musical Hair. But for the still shy and repressed 21-year-old, the show's climactic nude scene presented a special challenge.
In rehearsal, it was so intimidating. I was like, oh my God, I can't believe we have to get naked. I'm so nervous. I was still really uncomfortable kind of in my own body. And I think that was one of the things that had still kind of clung on to me from adolescence.
Facing his fear, Adam peeled away his insecurities.
Through that process of having to do that every night, I got a lot more comfortable in my own skin and shedding that shame away, just like I shed the clothes that came off my body. I got so infatuated with the themes of the musical and of the whole late 60s hippie movement that I said, I want to be a hippie here in Europe, and I'm just going to live this lifestyle that we're telling the story of every night on stage.
Adam soon went to his first rave and immersed himself in Europe's edgy underground club scene.
We spent most of the time on this tour in Germany, and their attitudes towards alternative sexuality they just didn't care. I really appreciated that because it gave me a feeling of freedom to kind of explore and to express my sexuality.
Adam's transformation was fantastic to watch. He was like, I'm gonna dye my hair, and then one day he had black hair, and he started adding some jewelry, and we went shopping, and the wardrobe got flashier and crazier, and the self-expression was really pouring through. It was kind of fantastic.
In 2003, after the tour ended, Adam moved back to LA with a completely different attitude.
I was renewed. I felt like this new sense of self. So I started meeting more and more people and going out at night, dressing up, real club kid, wearing crazy shoes and makeup and weird outfits and going to these strange clubs that are downtown in a warehouse.
There were, drugs and lots of drag queens. And I think he kind of dove into that and wanted to see how wild his life could be.
But not everyone was down with the experiment, as Adam quickly learned when he was cast as a slave named Joshua in the musical The 10 Commandments.
I would come into rehearsal in, whatever the heck I wanted to wear, with some nail polish on, maybe a little eyeliner from the night before, all black, rock and roll t-shirts, and I actually got criticized for it. They came to me and they were like, we just feel like we don't understand, that's not what Joshua would wear. I'm like, yo, this is rehearsal. I'm not on stage in front of an audience yet, cool it.
Coming into this religious musical and some people who were maybe a little more conservative, it kind of rubbed them the wrong way, that Adam was wearing nail polish.
There was a little discrimination going on and a little bit of a lack of being open-minded on their part, and it was really frustrating.
Adam realized he no longer fit into the confining theater world and furthered his liberation when friends invited him to join the Zodiac Show, an avant-garde blend of rock and roll, theater, and performance art.
Theater people can tend to be a little reserved and kind of cookie cutter, and this was a collective of people that were kind of the wild children of the theater world. Really intense artistic spirits.
He was with a group of people that thought the way he did and had an outlook the way he did and saw the world the same.
Hi. Thanks, great. Name, I love her, great.
In his December 2004 debut, Adam chose the appropriately titled Sam Cooke classic, A Change Is Gonna Come. Now finally free to look and sing however he wanted, a new part of his creative spirit was unleashed.
We just came out of the Ten Commandments, where there was all this frustration, and he really wanted to kind of come out and express the rebellious artist that was in there. It was very pivotal, and it was a beautiful, inspiring time.
And I don't see what's wrong with a little glitter around my eyes. Oh, it's been a long. I picked that song because it kind of embodied that feeling of, you know what? You told me no, you told me I couldn't do it, you told me I was wrong, and I sang that with as much of my pent-up frustration on that topic as I possibly could. My change is gonna come.
I think everybody in the audience just was in shock and awe when he was singing, and then he threw the microphone, and you know, it was like, here I am, I've arrived, go believe yourself.
Adam had spent his whole life training for the theater, but now, intoxicated by the freedom of singing on his own terms, a much different life was beckoning.
All of a sudden I thought, you know what? I want to make music. This is what I want to do.
Coming up, Adam's personal life becomes the talk of Idol.
I got freaked out. I don't want pictures of me making out, you know, all across the country.
I thought, oh no, it's over.
And later, pop's new glam sensation pushes the boundaries.
The concept was she's going to be nude, and I thought that would be really fun and weird and different and kind of something that I hadn't done before. Hetero-erotic.
With Behind the Music continues.